creatures is coming from a nearby nest. Almost here, Ashley. We have to pick up the pace.
I'm doing my best, Mr. Riggs. Let's stay positive. Warning, hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Danger! Multiple hostile attack groups have entered the area. I am maximizing the output of all combat systems.
This is it. It's either us or them.
Large amount of plasma biomass has entered the area.
We can't allow it to breach our defenses. If it gets through, it's going to roll over our base.
creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Warning, hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there
The area is clear of all Canceroth presence. We did it, Ashley. We survived.
Unbelievable. I don't think we've ever faced an attack of this scale before. I need some rest.
You deserve it, Ashley. Catch your breath, and then we should go check how the great mushroom tree is doing after the resin infusion.
Wow, the tree is blooming. We saved it, Mr. Riggs. And look at the upper levels. I can see new branches grow in front of our eyes. That's absolutely amazing.
Amazing and disturbing at the same time, Ashley.
What do you mean?
The pace at which the tree is regenerating is totally out of control. It is gaining tons of biomass every minute, and we have no idea when it is going to stop growing.
You shouldn't be so surprised, Mr. Riggs. We've pumped an enormous amount of fungal resin into the tree. Getting it back into shape was our goal from the beginning.
Yes, but don't you think that we might have overdone it? It was supposed to slowly regenerate, but now it looks like it is going to grow much larger than it was before.
You're jumping to conclusions, Mr. Riggs. The energy potential of the fungal resin is immense, but it's not infinite. I'm sure the regeneration process is going to slow down very soon.
Either way, I think that it is growing much too fast. Uncontrolled cellular growth often leads to gene corruption and various mutations. These hyper-regenerative properties of the fungal resin might have mutated the naturally growing thorn vine into dog thorn and later into the canceroth. We are playing with fire, Ashley.
There is a lot of sense in what you're saying, but I think that now that we've healed this organism, it will be able to remain in balance. Evolutionary processes on Galatea 37 are much faster than on Earth. But either way, this ecosystem is thousands, if not millions, of years old. Even if we risk another mutation, I think we should be able to notice it early and take appropriate measures if that happens.
I think that leaving this organism intact is an unnecessary risk. We should sterilize this area with a thermonuclear explosion.
I think that it will be enough if we cauterize the opening through which we've pumped the resin. The chitin wall of the tree should harden momentarily. We can monitor this biome remotely after that's done. Let's give it some time to heal.
Ashley, please, think this through. We can erase this threat by overloading the rift station within our outpost building. I can start that procedure from that location, if you change your mind. The great mushroom tree is quickly returning to its former glory.
The entire ecosystem of the fungal swamp is buzzing with more life than ever. I believe that the Canceroth threat was a natural mutation that came to life from the wondrous properties of the fungal resin and an unknown set of random circumstances. We treated this disease by removing the darkthorn and Canceroth presence, just like a surgeon removes dead tissue. The medicine we applied came from the very patient that we were healing. We didn't need to invent new artificial solutions. We simply transfused the resin from a strong, healthy part of the organism to the dying one. I feel proud that we were able to intervene in a situation that was clearly endangering this ecosystem and solve the problem by returning balance to nature itself.
How can you be certain that what we did here is going to be enough to prevent the Canceroth from reappearing?
On the contrary, Mr. Riggs, it might very well appear once again, but we did the best we could to prevent that from happening. Our automated facilities will remain in this area and will notify us of any anomalous growth that could endanger our presence on Galatea 37.
I am not detecting any immediate threats in this area, Ashley. What would you like to do next?
We have finished our mission in the fungal swamp, Mr. Riggs. We can take advantage of the fungal resin that we accumulated in our liquid compression network. We could even use it to power the Rift Station back at our HQ, or to easily set up shield generators wherever we want to.
That is a powerful resource indeed. If there is nothing left to do for us in this biome, we can return to our primary objectives.
Or we could try to find a good resource mining location within the fungal swamp. The mineral deposits around the Great Mushroom Tree are not that impressive.
There is a particularly resource-rich location not far from here. I will mark it for you.
Thank you, Mr. Riggs. We can go there to set up a mining outpost, or we can also leave that for some other time.
That is up to you, Ashley. We can go there or return to our primary objectives. It looks like some of these creatures' attacks are originating from a common point near our base.
Let's check out that area as soon as possible. We don't want this to grow into something bigger.
A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest. This is a hostile nest, Ashling. We have to destroy it to stop these creatures from attacking us.
There is a lot of them inside. This might be difficult.
This should stop them from gathering in this area and improve our chances of survival.
Every bit helps. I'm tracking a swarm of fast-moving objects across the sky. It's a meteor shower. Prepare for bombardment. These rocks can do some serious damage. Evasive maneuvers, Mr. Riggs.
I'm not tracking any more meteors. The danger is over. Warning! A large group of creatures is gathering near our base. Prepare for an incoming attack. Warning! A hostile group of creatures is heading towards our base. Prepare for an incoming attack. Rift jump successful. This is as close as we could jump to our destination safely. The path ahead is a dense maze of rocks and deep crevices. It will take a lot of work to navigate.
The seismic wave disappeared not far from here, a few kilometers to the north. We can get there on foot.
This area shares a lot of characteristics with the jungle around our headquarters. However, I am detecting a vast network of limestone caverns beneath us. Be careful, Ashley. The surface may be unstable.
Roger that, Mr. Riggs. I'm only worried about the possible spread of Anorix. We know how to deal with everything else. Amazing! Those crystal crab-like creatures looked very similar to the Stregoros species that we've encountered in the radioactive desert. It looks like they have taken a different evolutionary path. However, given our circumstances, I have to wonder whether Anorix played a part in this evolutionary cycle.
You are jumping to conclusions, Ashley. We have seen multiple life forms featuring mineral infusions on this planet. This is nothing new.
Maybe I'm paranoid. Either way, I think it would be a good idea to gather more samples of this species to check if they've evolved this way through natural processes. Should be getting close to our destination, whatever it is.
Warning! Seismic anomaly imminent.
Wow, it's moving! I think it's some creature moving underground in the caverns beneath us. It has to be huge, and it's moving away from us.
Assuming that it is a creature, it looks like it is moving further north. I have marked its estimated position.
Okay, let's track it down. Okay, we're getting close. Let's see if it starts moving again.
Warning! Earthquake in progress. You were correct, Ashley. Something very large is moving underground. Warning! Multiple energy emissions around us.
The earthquake must have activated a number of Anorix bioanomalies. Maybe this underground creature is spreading the Anorix infestation. Can you track to where it's moved?
Affirmative. It has moved further north again. Warning! I am tracking multiple groups of creatures moving in our direction. We are surrounded.
Those energy emissions, they must have caused that.
Threat eliminated. Ashley, I have marked the locations of the recent energy emissions. You may want to investigate them.
I'm not sure if we have time for that. If we do it, let's be quick about it. This bioanomaly is larger. We should prepare before activating it.
Good idea, Ashley. We can set up mines and sentry guns around it. Some temporary walls might also be a good idea. What do you think we are looking for? Can you tell me what you learned about Anorix on Orion?
The Anorix that I've seen there was primarily in the form of glowing red crystals. However, I think that its appearance can change depending on the local environment and some other unknown factors.
Some of the Anorix-infected creatures that we have seen here included crystalline growth on their bodies. However, their color palette was mixed. That might suggest that the Anorix that we are observing here could behave in a different way to what you have seen on Orion.
Let's hope it's less dangerous. Either way, those infected creatures acted as if they were feral. So even if it's less dangerous, it still poses a great threat to the local ecosystem. Another Anorix bioanomaly. I think we should get rid of them. They could be corrupting the local fauna.
I agree, Ashley. Be careful, Ro. We always get attacked when we activate them. My sensors detected intense neutrino bursts at the same time that we've observed these energy eruptions. Why do you think this happens?
I don't understand why this is happening. Neutrino emissions usually accompany nuclear reactions, like beta decay or nuclear explosions. The amount of neutrino particles that were emitted by Anorix doesn't correspond to anything that humanity ever has observed in nature. It's like a pocket supernova. That's why I thought it could be Anorix.
That makes sense. My sensors were overloaded by those emissions. They were off the scale by orders of magnitude.
There's nothing here.
One of the energy eruptions came from these coordinates. Maybe we should check the area with the geoscanner.
Good idea. There might be something remaining underground. It's just a resource cache. Nothing spectacular. We've cleared all of the energy eruption sites. Let's get back to our main objective.
Ashley, wait a moment. Do you have a theory on why Anorix is connected to these huge neutrino bursts?
I have my own personal opinion on this, but there is no proof for it. I think that Anorix can interact with the environment on a subatomic level and transpose individual atoms into other forms of matter by rearranging fermions, bosons, or some other elementary particles. Such reactions would normally emit enormous amounts of destructive energy. However, Anorix reacts in a different way. It consumes that energy and grows upon it. The only trace it leaves is a burst of neutrino particles.
That is a very disturbing theory. What you are describing sounds like a cancer, but for both living and non-living matter.
These are just my thoughts. I've encountered this substance only once. It doesn't have to work like that on this planet. It might even be something completely different. Either way, we can't ignore that threat. We're getting close. Third time's the charm. Let's see if the creature escapes again.
I think we've got a bigger problem, Ashley. The target location is swarming with Necrodons and other hostile creatures. We have to clear it out before we can investigate anything.
Cleared out the area. Nothing's happening. Are we in the correct spot?
That is correct, Ashley. This is where the underground movement stopped. We should check the area with the geoscanner.
Okay, let's do that.
This is enough. There is a vast network of limestone caverns below us. However, I did not detect any large objects moving on the ground.
If we can't go any further, then I think we should go down there to look for this hypothetical Moby Dick that we've been chasing.
I did not detect any passages that could lead us directly to the larger cavern system below us. We also cannot rift jump underground. That's too dangerous.
Okay, then let's make our own entrance. Do we have the schematics required to build a mining elevator?
Affirmative, Ashley. This is a good location to place it. It is a big machine, but it's self-sufficient. It doesn't require any additional power source to function.
Wow, it's bigger than I thought. It's going to be a wild ride underground.
We will not be going down that deep, but the drill is going to destabilize this valley. We won't be able to return to this location.
Fair enough. This thing is going to take a while to construct. Maybe we should go exploring in the meantime.
Negative. I am detecting several groups of enemies heading our way. We should prepare to defend as fast as possible.
Roger that. Let's wall off the area and lay down some traps before the incoming attack.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Research completed. Creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. First wave defeated. Warning, a larger attack group is incoming.
There's never a dull moment. Let's strengthen defenses around the mining drill.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available. available for crafting. A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Okay, it's time to see what this planet is hiding underneath its skin.
Ashley, you can activate the mining elevator as soon as you're ready. Remember that we won't be able to return to this location afterwards. The drill is going to collapse this area. Research completed. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. Research completed. Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. We cannot leave this location at this time.
place is so beautiful. The rock structure above us looks like a petrified sponge with intertwining holes everywhere. We're deep underground, but the sky is still visible from here.
Be careful, Ashley. We do not have any information about what could be hiding beneath the planet's surface.
We came here to track down whatever has been causing those earthquakes and neutrino bursts. I personally think that one is caused by the other. Either way, I think that we should first look around those caverns and search for traces of anything unusual.
Can you define usual in these circumstances?
You're such a smartass, Mr. Riggs. Just tell me if you detect any readings that seem out of place in this environment.
Understood. We have to gather more data about these caverns to be able to distinguish any abnormalities.
Wow, those critters were getting up after we slain them. Every time they got up, there was a bright flash of energy from the crystals on their backs. Mr. Riggs, did you detect any traces of anorix within them?
Negative, Ashley. It appears that this is an indigenous species that evolved this way.
Those giant bullfrogs were fused with crystal formations, just like the Cristeros that we encountered earlier. A lot of creatures in this biome are fused with crystal formations. There's an abundance of rich mineral deposits in these caverns, but why do these creatures attach them to their bodies?
If they can metabolize the minerals within these crystals, then they might be using them as a source of energy. Similarly to fat for most of Earth-based animals, or sugar in the case of plants.
That would make sense. However, something tells me that there's more to this. Mr. Riggs, this is anorix. The phantom pain in my arm is back. I can feel it resonating near these crystals.
Warning! The anorix crystals cover the walls and ceiling of the passage. They block all signals going in or out of this place. We will not be able to rift jump away from this place. This means that if I am destroyed in there, it will be final.
We should prepare the strongest gear before going in there. I'm afraid to go inside, but at the same time, it makes me angry that I lost my arm because of this thing.
Research completed.
is amazing. I've never seen a creature like this. The Anorix crystals are fused with its body like an infection or a parasite.
You are not of this world. You brought this plague here. I will crush you. Danger! The creature is preparing to attack. I am rerouting maximum power to combat systems. Crafting. The creature is healing itself. We need to interrupt it, or we won't stand a chance.
That is enough. I think we've seriously wounded it. It stopped attacking us.
The creature has raised the barrier. We have to find a way to destroy it and kill this monster before it spreads the Anorix infection. This poison is consuming my thoughts. Why did you come here? Why do you attack me?
I don't want to fight you. I came here to destroy the substance that's corrupting your world.
Your voice whispers to me just like these crystals. I don't believe you. Why do you want to get inside my head?
I mean you no harm. Let me help you. I can remove this poison from your body.
No, these crystals heal me. I wanted to destroy them, but it was a mistake. They sing a good song of love and tranquility. I feel their love for this world, and now they want to protect it from you and your kind. They will unite us all. Ashley, I do not understand how you can communicate with this creature, but it has clearly gone insane from the Anorix. The barrier is collapsing. We can kill it as soon as it's eroded completely.
No, I don't think we have to. We can try to remove the Anorix crystals from its body when the barrier is down.
That is a huge risk, Ashley. You don't know what the creature will do, and I don't know if I can shield you from so much direct exposure to Anorix. This is a crazy idea.
The pain is unbearable. Too many voices in my head. They are eating my thoughts.
The pain! The pain!
Error! System malfunction! No! Ashley! Situation critical. Cardiac hyperarrhythmia detected. Emergency AED procedure in progress. Defibrillation in 3, 2, 1. Operator heart rate stopped. Administering intravenous cardiac stimulant treatment. Operator not responding to treatment. Heart rate stopped. Situation critical. Defibrillation in 3, 2, 1. Wake up, Ashley! Wake up, you stupid human! Defibrillation in 3, 2, 1. Operator heart rate returning. Ashley, you... I thought you were gone. You scared a robot. That was so stupid. Why did you do that?
What happened here? Everything hurts.
Morphine administered. The pain will go away in a moment. You removed an Anorix crystal from the creature's body, and it exploded with an unknown energy spectrum. It almost killed you.
I wanted to help that creature. It was infected by Anorix, but it looked like it was still fighting its influence. I thought we could save it. I'm sorry, Mr. Riggs. That was bad judgment.
I understand your intentions, Ashley. However, I think that this action was irrational. You didn't act like yourself. How were you even able to communicate with that creature?
I don't know. It felt like I was just talking to it. I didn't grasp that in the heat of battle. Now that I think of it, it does sound surreal.
The creature has escaped us, and it looks like it is the main carrier of the Anorix contamination.
Let's call it the Anorix worm, for a lack of better name. But yes, I think you're probably right. The Anorix bioanomalies that we first noticed appeared as a result of the worm's movement underground. And it looks like the Anorix crystals in this cave have grown around its presence.
The battle with the monster opened up a new passage underground. It looks like a traversable tunnel to a lower level of these caves. We should go there as soon as possible.
I agree, but we can't leave all of these Anorix crystals here. It's too risky.
Understood, Ashley. I will leave a timed explosive behind us. It will shatter the crystals and collapse the cave.
Okay, that should do the trick. Let's proceed to the lower levels of the cavern system.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
Ashley, we've reached a lower level of the cavern system. This is as deep as this tunnel can take us.
This place is amazing. We've been walking down for a bit, but I can still see glimpses of the sky in some places through the sponge-like ceiling structure.
Remember that the ground level above us is not even. Some of the crevices on the surface were a few hundred meters deep, so even though we've traveled deep underground, the ceiling above us might be just a few meters thick in some places.
Okay, so where do we go from here? This looks like a dead end.
First, we should build an outpost on this level and use it as a forward base of operations. These limestone walls are relatively soft. I can dig through them with my drilling tools. We could even blow them up with explosives. Try digging in any direction, and I will scan the area in search of a good building location.
Fascinating. This place must be the remains of a primal coral reef. I kind of feel bad just drilling through it.
This ancient seabed stretches for hundreds of kilometers. Our presence is negligible.
You're right. Let's focus on tracking down the Anorix worm.
Good news, Ashley. I found a few locations that should be good to set up an outpost.
Excellent. Let's try digging our way to the closest one.
Danger! A large swarm of creatures is moving in from all directions.
Where are they coming from?
From the caves and from the ceilings. They are everywhere, Ashley. Threat eliminated.
That was intense. It's going to be much harder to predict enemy attacks in this biome. They can literally crawl out from anywhere.
There is plenty of resources and open space around this location. This is a good spot to set up an outpost.
Getting power in this biome is going to be a bit more tricky. I've noticed wind tunnels here and there. They produce enough airflow to power our wind turbines, but we'll have to place them close to the vents. We might be able to place solar panels under the cracks in the ceiling. They should be efficient, but space is an issue. So I'm not sure if it's worth going that route.
Do not forget about carbonium and biomass power plants. They are very efficient. We might even be able to gather substantial amounts of biomass from the mushrooms that grow in these caves.
That's true. I've noticed some of them grow back right in front of us. This could be interesting.
This so-called crystal cavern, as you dubbed it, Ashley, is very rich in resources. It would be a good idea to explore it further and expand our mining operations.
The Crystal Cavern's outpost is operational. We've got our foot in the door. Now, let's try to find that Anorix worm.
Affirmative. I'm trying to map the cavern network, but I do not have enough geospatial information to create a sufficient approximation model. We have to explore a larger portion of this level to create an appropriate positioning model.
Excellent. Let's go treasure hunting. A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. Energy emission in progress. Something is happening near our position. We should check that location.
Thank you for trying to help me, creature. A gift for your kindness.
I heard it, Mr. Riggs. I heard the creature in my head.
How? I did not detect any incoming signals.
I don't know how it reached me, but it thanked me for trying to help it. That's so encouraging. Maybe we can still save it.
Nonsense. You practically died trying to save that creature, and you only destroyed a small piece of Anorix on its body. Even if it was not a hallucination and it did speak to you, I would not expect it to be able to cure itself. This is only wishful thinking.
Maybe. We'll have to see that when we find it. Either way, it said something about a gift, and you said you detected an energy emission. Let's check what that was.
A hostile group of creatures is heading towards our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.
Wow, these crystals must have grown here in a matter of seconds. They're very rich in resources. We should harvest them.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
have gathered enough geospatial data about these caverns to start building an approximation model of the entire underground system. Please wait while the information is being processed. Geospatial data processing complete. I have discovered a recurring pattern of hard rock layers that are intertwined with softer limestone formations and large caverns filled with rich crystalline deposits. This complex superstructure is risky to navigate and explore with a large industrial-sized mining drill. If we drill in the wrong location, we can collapse an entire area, burying us inside. However, if we could probe the layers below us, then we could look for hard rock, vertical pillar that we could drill in.
It sounds dangerous, but I think it should work. We don't have a lot of schematics for subterranean exploration, but I think that we could use sonic grenades to improvise a seismic probe.
That is a good idea, Ashley. I can tune my sensors to use the resonating sonic waves as geomapping information.
Excellent. Do we have to download the blueprints for the sonic grenades?
No, I can decompress them from my quantum backup archive.
What? That's unfair. You had a secret schematic archive and you didn't tell me about it? What else are you hiding?
I do not know that. I am not aware of archive data until I specifically query about it. My working memory dataset is not big enough to contain everything that I've ever recorded.
Okay. Let's equip those grenades and we'll see what we can do with them.
A new technology. Sonic grenades release a strong shockwave of compressed air that can deal slight damage within a large radius. We need to throw one of these grenades into the deepest crevice that we can find here. I have marked the perfect candidate on your map, Ashley.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Warning! I am detecting a lot of movement. Enemies incoming from all directions.
Bombs away. I hope this works.
The sonic waves are resonating deep underground. It is working, Ashley. Give me a moment to process the data.
Fingers crossed.
We have a success, Ashley, but it is only partial. The geomapping data covered the layer that is immediately below us, but it did not penetrate deep enough. There is a large empty cavern below us, and we can drill down to it, but I do not know if we can go any deeper than that.
Is it worth going there? It could just be a dead end and a large waste of time.
Yes, the cavern that I mentioned has a vast network of outgoing tunnels. We can probe them to gather geomapping data that goes much deeper than what we have now. We could use that information to drill directly to the deepest layers of the cavern network. This way, we might be able to catch up with the Anorix worm.
Okay, I guess that's the best plan that we have. Where should we place the drill that would take us to the cavern below?
I have marked the optimal location on your map. This is the only safe location that I have mapped. If we try drilling somewhere else, we risk collapsing everything around us. I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position. I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
It looks like an earthquake is coming.
The earthquake's epicenter is near our position. It will deal serious damage to all our buildings in that area.
The earthquake is over. The tremors are getting weaker and weaker. We should quickly repair whatever's been damaged.